Hi there, I'm Carol the Coach, and I am here to talk to you about the reality of your ability to create intimacy with your partner. Whether you're a sex addict or whether you're a partner, once sex addiction has occurred, the intimacy factor is absolutely affected. And there's a lot of people that believe that for sexual addiction to occur, there has to be an intimacy disorder anyway. It's hard to know, isn't it? Because as a sex addict, you spent many, many, many days, months, and years lying to yourself, being a dual personality, and therefore not being authentic and genuine. And if you loved a sex addict, then you thought your life was a certain way and you had no idea of the illusion behind the sexual addiction. That's what's so significant about discovery, is that it shakes your whole world when you find out that the man or the woman that you loved had this double life. And for you, the sex addict, you walk around feeling a lot of shame that you've hurt your partner, you've hurt your family, you've hurt yourself. And so tonight, what we're going to be doing is talking about intimacy and the 5 fears of intimacy. There's a theory that says that there are 5 fears of intimacy, and that they typically occurred when you were younger. So whether you're a partner or an addict, think about your life and decide if this could be you. The first fear of intimacy is the fear of abandonment. There's a lot of people who walk around being afraid that they're going to be abandoned. And they really don't feel good enough about themselves. And as a result, their fears affect their ability to connect. So as you look at your childhood, were there periods of time when you worried about abandonment? Maybe you had a father who wasn't there for you, or a mother who was neglectful. Maybe you had a significant other early on in your life and he or she walked away. But that fear of abandonment can be like baggage following you around, affecting your ability to trust. The second fear, believe it or not, is a lot like abandonment, but it's fear of rejection. And fear of rejection really means you don't feel good enough. And as a result of not feeling good enough, you're afraid people are going to cut you off. They're going to think you're not good enough either. And when you walk around with that fear, you end up doing things that prove that to yourself. And that's where sexual addiction can occur. Then there is fear of merger. You really are afraid that if your partner, if the addict or your partner gets too close, that you'll lose your independence and you won't know who you are. And so you're constantly pushing them away. Then, when fear of merger occurs, you never really can connect and fill that complement that occurs when 2 people bond and grow as one. Okay, so we have fear of abandonment, fear of rejection, fear of merger. The last 2 fears are fear of abusing others. Maybe you know that when you push people away, when you criticize them, you in actuality are setting up a situation where you're hurting them. And that keeps them from being close to you and you to them. Truly, fear of abusing others can directly affect your relationship. And last but not least, there's fear of abuse. You may have grown up in a home that wasn't safe. Maybe you were sexually abused, physically abused, emotionally abused. But you were afraid to get close because it meant you'd be hurt. Now, I want you to think about which fear might you experience And on the next video, we'll talk about what you can do about that. I am Carol the Coach, Carol Jurgensen Sheets, and this is Sex Help with Carol the Coach.